So the Chieftain has been put together. He hasn't been glued, you'll notice I say. He has not. Actually, everything is glued except for his cape. I've just got a little piece of blue tack keeping that on there because honestly, it's going to be a pain to get in there and paint all that stuff. It's just easier. So we'll keep that separate for the time being. I guess we'll keep it off for the moment. But yeah, you can see he's a big dude. And as typical of many of the W'adrhun, he barely fits on his base. And there is just a whole lot of interesting details to paint on him. Now, in his defense, so far all of the resin models that Parabellum has released for the W'adrhun have been, well, quite big. So you can see our Chieftain here is in quite good company. And our poor witch hunter barely goes up to their waists. So yeah, these are big models for what they are. But on the other hand of that, you could use them, obviously, for games of conquest. But, I mean, they're great stand-ins. Look at this. He barely reaches up to the chest. Why are you so big and pick on me? Me just bad-looking stereotype. I love my ogres. And I mean, here's an actual regular W'adrhun, one of the original, what is it? If he's got a shield, that's the Braves, I think. The Blooded have the 2 weapons. I thought I grabbed some more, but I guess I didn't. But, I mean, even these guys are pretty chonky in comparison to a lot of the humans that we've seen from Conquest so far. So, if you're looking for a big faction, and big as in, like, just size big, I don't think you can really go wrong with these guys. Letting one chieftain tingle with another boss man. The recently released Polemark from the City States faction, also a resin model. And if you want the really fancy one, which of course I do, that's only available in the starter set. So if you have one of the original starters, or if you're in the mood to pick up a new one, City States versus Nords. You might want to keep an eye out for that. Or is it? I don't even remember now. Grabbing a few other models. Now, our Hierodeacon, I believe that's what he was. That sounds right to me, at least. He's actually a plastic kit, but he is another hero, at least for the Old Dominion. I also have my good old Zilliarch. And as big as they are, they still don't really compare to the just impressive oomph of our Chieftain there, especially when he's got his cape of bones adorning him. Now, grabbing a couple other models. The trolls for the Nords are just a tad bit taller. They're kind of lanky and they actually fit on their bases as opposed to most of the W'adrhun, which are just kind of stomping all over them. Something to keep in mind there. So I'm really pleased with him. I like his look. Then again, I was quite pleased with all the other releases we've seen so far. I just realized I don't have the one dude who's in the come at me bro pose for the W'adrhun. It's like one of the add-on guys. But I think he'll be in good company with the misses here. I think they'll accentuate each other quite well. And again, like I said, you know, I think it's going to be a fun model that if you wanted to use it as some kind of like tribal ogre or something, it totally would work. If you wanted to use him as like a 15mm giant, it absolutely would work. I mean, grabbing like some little Frostgrave guys. Well, this isn't Frostgrave, this is Stargrave, but my case still stands. I can hold them in my hands. They barely go to their waist. So, you know, when you start getting into more true scale stuff, you're going to get, or just more historically aligned sizes. Things are going to get interesting with a Mantic Basilian here. So, yeah. But overall, you know, once he's been cleaned up, pretty solid kit. Can't really complain. Going to be a fun one to paint. Like I said, lots of different textures. There's metals, there's bones, there's straps, There's feathers galore. There's like whatever the wicker stuff he's got encasing his armor here. So there's just a lot of fun to be had. And hopefully I will do it justice when I paint him, which will hopefully be soon. So do stick around, keep an eye out on those Monday videos because we usually post up things we've been getting painted. And as always, we'll have a link down below if you want to take a look at the game of Conquest yourself, or the rules, or anything about the background lore. Do give it a good look because there's some interesting stuff there. And I'll leave you guys with that. So with that said then, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.